Hey there, this is your orchestration tutor Thomas Goss on the third week of 2013 with a tip about double bass that you're not going to find in any orchestration manual. I just uploaded a video of the Wellington Youth Orchestra performing my double bass concerto last October at the Wellington Town Hall. The musicians play with a lot of conviction and focus, and do a great job, especially the soloist, Louis van der Mespel, who won the 2012 concerto competition using my piece. It fits his style of playing very well, passionate, committed, and frankly courageous with some of his phrasing and tempos. One of the great things about this profession is that you always learn something new, and sometimes that new information is surprising. For instance, working with my soloist, I discovered a little technique that I'd never heard of, but which makes perfect sense. Watch Louis play this opening passage here, hitting the open E string. Did you see it? Watch it again, but this time take a look at what his left hand is doing. Louis flicked the string at the start of that first note, steadying the tone. This is a technique that has no notational value. It's just a thing that bassists do when playing a very low open string. It all goes back to the difference in response between open and fingered strings. A fingered string can be mellowed with vibrato, and also has a slight overlap of fingertip. But an open string is a completely fixed sound, with no chance for variation. As such, it tends to ring out a bit too strongly, and sometimes favor more overtones than is useful in a musical texture. The other members of the string section can avoid playing any open strings except for the very lowest string. The bass is a different story though. Sometimes it's easier to play an open string because of the effort it takes to navigate in half position and first position. Things are also complicated by the C extension, a mechanical device that allows for 4 more semitones on the E string. Each of these notes, from E down to C, are essentially open strings as the bassist is pressing down mechanical keys to get the pitches. So what can a bassist do to keep the flow of their notes even with all those open strings? The answer is to give the note a little jump start with the left hand, to help it speak and keep it under control. It's something that would sound odd with a violin, viola, or cello, but the very deep tone of the bass strings has plenty of space in it for this kind of trick. For the past week, I've been posting various tips online about double bass, which are also mostly things that don't make it into orchestration manuals, but are fundamental knowledge for orchestrators. These tips are all linked in the sidebar. I strongly recommend you go have a look. Join me next week for some tips on how to score read brass parts in classical period scores like a professional conductor. It's not as hard as you think.